Come on, Rockies, continue to be bad.
Are there other preps? Because I don't know from this.
Well, I'm also going out of town for Memorial Day weekend, so I'm getting a spray tan today. Evan, what shade do you use? Because that's the glow and color I'm trying to achieve. So if you could just tell me what level.
I don't. You will go to the spray tan place today more times than I've ever been in my entire life.
Nah, we don't believe you.
We don't believe that.
Okay. Well,
you can text me on the side if you don't want to share your beauty secrets with the world. I totally understand that.
You don't have like a level that you like. That's not like something that you know in your back pocket.
No. I've only spray tanned once in like the past 5 years, and it was before the Super Bowl. And I'm going to a different place, so I don't know what the level is that I need to be requesting. But this could again go awry. The whole thing could go awry.
Maybe you should just not go to the concert.
How dare you?
I mean, that's
the most ridiculous thing you've ever said.
There are so many
I might as well just not go see Beyonce.
That's crazy.
There are so many things that seem to be going against you right now.
Beyonce, the wise American poet, Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter, once said...
Her middle name is Giselle?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter once said, a diva is the female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. And I will figure this out. I will hustle my way to the correct outfit.
So again,
I believe it.
Just to put this in perspective.
I believe you'll find a way. I believe in you.
Thank you, Cece.
You don't know the level
gamer.
of spray tan, which I didn't know there was a such thing.
Okay, come on.
I swear to God. And now you don't have the proper outfit to wear. So what are you? What's your...
Hold on, you didn't know that there were different shades of spray tan?
I know nothing about this.
No. I've never, obviously, gone to get a spray tan.
Why is it obvious?
I'm just saying, I got a lot of melanin in my skin. I'm good. I'm just saying, I know that there are different shades to spray tan.
It makes sense now that I think about it.
Yes.
But I never thought about it. I swear to God.
So when you go in there, you just ask for the regular?
The fact that he's so oblivious to it leads me to believe that he's hiding something.
Correct.
That this is something that he is well acquainted with, something that he's familiar with, but he just doesn't want to let on that he's that insecure.
It's one of those things. You've seen those videos where there's like a bank robbery in the neighborhood and the news is interviewing residents and they're like, I didn't even know that there was a robbery going on in the neighborhood.
You just see the eyes going back and forth.
That's Evan. I didn't even know that there were levels to a spray tan.
You're 0-3. You're 0-3 going into the Beyonce concert.
I'm struggling, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get a win today.
I do. I need to win.
Now, by the way, what if you pick the wrong shade?
I'll look dirty.
Yeah. And then
that's right.
So why even do it?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's not worth doing. Even if you're going away, like hopefully for your sake, not getting into your business, you're going to a warm weather climate where
I am.
Okay, well then maybe that can be your real tan instead of a spray tan.
But you have to build up to that.
Why?
It takes a while.
I don't want to be offensive on the beach, Evan, with my translucent skin.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, 0-3.
It's been a rough couple days for your girl.
Yesterday, Adam Schefter joined us, as he does each and every Tuesday, thanks to ZipRecruiter here on Unsportsmanlike. And Adam Schefter had something very interesting about Brock Purdy's contract with the Niners and the fact that nobody was offering anything for him.
There's a lot of ways to come to this number, and a lot of ways that they did come to this number. There were multiple meetings between the two sides, and I think Brock Purdy's initial asking price was north of $60 million. He was not going to get $60 million. He was not going to become the highest paid quarterback in football. It didn't fit into the 49ers salary structure. And I think also there was the idea that at one point in time, like, oh, well, maybe the 49ers would have listened for Brock Purdy trade offers. There were no trade offers that came in. There were no teams that really expressed interest. And Brock Purdy's perfect for them, and they're perfect for him. He's perfect for them. It just works. It's the way it should be. His value is greatest on that team.
Okay, so, and great stuff as always from Schefter. Go back on the podcast and listen. Adam Schefter podcast available wherever you get your pods, including the ESPN app. So let's try to leave aside for a second anyone's personal opinion right now, just for the sake of this argument, on Purdy. Let's just deal in facts. So we have a man that is 25 years old. We have a man that is, for his career, 64 touchdowns, 27 interceptions, has been a part of a team that went to the Super Bowl and lost in the Super Bowl, has had great players around him and has had great coaching, and he has provided that coach a great quarterback in terms of what that coach, Kyle Shanahan, is looking for. I don't think I spoke in hyperbole at all in this case, right? So factually, you have to, and Adam said he asked for 65, and they got to 53. Explain to me, like I'm a 5-year-old, why no team in between when they were at 65 and when they got to 53 said, maybe there's an opening. We don't have a quarterback. Maybe we could get him and call John Lynch. Explain to me, because I just literally don't understand that.
I don't either. The only explanation I can give you is that Lamar Jackson, who was once upon a time an impending free agent that got franchise tag, had teams scrambling to release statements saying that they were uninterested in trading for him. I don't know why
Lamar is
NFL
clearly
teams,
better, no doubt.
Lamar is clearly better, won an MVP, unanimous, and yet NFL teams were in a hurry, tripping over themselves to say that they were not interested in Lamar Jackson's services, that they weren't going to try to sign him to an offer sheet from the Baltimore Ravens, which is absolutely ridiculous because we know if you have a franchise quarterback, he's easily worth 2 first-round picks. Easily.
Yes.
And so
whatever salary, it doesn't
signing
matter
Lamar
at that point.
Jackson to an offer sheet and giving up 2 first-round draft picks to the Baltimore Ravens is easy.
You'd be
To
happy
get
to
a
do
quarterback
it.
of his ilk. He's a top 3 player at the position. He is the definition of elite. So I don't understand why teams like the Atlanta Falcons, like the Washington Commanders, were disinterested in trying to pursue Lamar Jackson. And if they weren't going to pursue Lamar Jackson in a trade and sign, it's not far-fetched to think that teams would dismiss the possibility of pursuing Brock Purdy.
Okay, so question on that then. As we hear this, again, explain. I'm not interested for this moment in getting into would you give up this for Purdy? Would you pay him this? Because there's no argument. Nobody did it. Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, Seattle Seahawks, Vegas Raiders. I'm just thinking of teams that either changed quarterbacks or had holes at the quarterback position. Cleveland Browns. Is it like off? Are you not allowed to call another team for a quarterback now? Like
Maybe they thought they're going to find a way because of everything Adam Schefter just said. Purdy knows that he is the most valuable version of himself with the San Francisco 49ers, and they know that they have a guy that can take them to NFC Championship games, win one, and take them to a Super Bowl and play well in that Super Bowl. So maybe other teams are like, I'm not even going to waste the energy because I know that he's not going to come here. And I know that if he does come here, the number that he likely will want to command is not where we're comfortable. Maybe they just didn't want to exert the energy, but I can't understand it. If I'm, especially Pittsburgh, if I am Pittsburgh and I'm in the quarterback conundrum that I find myself in currently, which is what it was when all of this was going on with Brock Purdy, I would at least explore my options. I would at least pick up the phone and see what the San Francisco 49ers were dealing with when it came to these Brock Purdy negotiations and if I could potentially snag him.
So there's no Luka effect in other sports. That's what we learned. The Luka trade, when it happened, when he went to the Lakers this year, we came on the air that next week and we said, nothing's off limits anymore. You can ask for anything because they'll never trade him is out the window. Yet the NFL has they'll never trade him. We've played out, could they trade Purdy? Could they draft a first-round quarterback? Could they sign Rodgers, who's always had an affection, obviously, for San Francisco, his hometown team, and Kyle Shanahan has flirted with Rodgers in the past in terms of acquisition. I know he's older. Whatever. We played out all those scenarios. So basically what we're saying is the NFL is not taking the Luka approach of might as well call that no franchise or borderline franchise quarterback can get traded anymore? Like the Stafford Goff was a one-off. We'll never see something like that again?
I don't know.
Well, that to me in itself is a bold statement. By saying I don't know, that makes a statement because there was a window of however much time between when they came in at 65 and they got to 53 where if Adam knows about it, and Adam is the best ever at this, I'm going to guess an agent knows